Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Science 200 here at SNHU. I'll be your instructor, Dr. Janie Sigmon. I hope that you've looked over the introductory information, my welcome announcement, my welcome video. You took a look around the course so you can see what's going on. If not, we need to get started right away, so let's do it. So this is week 1, and we've got things to do. So let's see what you do need to do. First of all, you need to gain access to your web text. That's just a textbook that's online. It's produced by the company Sumo, and so you need to get access to that right away. You have assignments due this week, so be sure and get that done. Read chapter 1. You're going to have one chapter that's due every week, so you've got 8 total chapters. There are sections in this chapter, sections 1.1 through 1.4. You're going to need to read through all of those and complete the exercises and the questions. As I explained in my introductory video, these are automatically graded by the textbook. So I don't grade them, the textbook does. And then those grades are automatically put into Brightspace so that you can see them fairly immediately to see how you did. You may retake questions, you may redo questions. Just realize that every question on a page has to be reworked, not just one question. It will erase everything on a page, and then you can start over and do it again if you want to improve your grade. So just know that you can do that at any point in the term. So realize that you can redo work if you want to improve your grade. So read through chapter 1. It's all about the natural sciences. It explains the different ones from physics to biology to environmental science, etc. It tells you how science is done, which we are going to talk about quite a bit this term. And it will give you a selection of topics for you to cover in a term-long project. So I want you to pick something that you're interested in. Here's a list of them, but they're also in the web text and they're explained in the web text to give you more information. Genetically modified organisms, these of course are in the news all the time, so many people are against them, but you need to do some scientific research to figure out what the true information is about them instead of just fear-mongering that's out there to tell you they're horrible, they're no good, you shouldn't consume any of them because they're going to eat you alive or turn into Franken foods or whatever. You know, there's a lot of misinformation out there. So, genetically modified organisms, all of us have consumed them, I will guarantee you right now, because almost every corn plant, almost every soybean plant that is marketed in the United States is genetically modified. So say you probably have consumed these. Electric cars, they're very popular right now, including a car like a Tesla. My brother-in-law and my nephew both have had Teslas, so I'm familiar with them. They're just one type of electric vehicle, but they're in the news because they don't consume any gas, and they're supposed to be better for the environment. And you're going to look up information to see if they really are better for the environment. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. How do they get charged? How do you run an electric vehicle? You need to look at the power sources to see if these are environmentally friendly. Commercial nuclear energy, we're going back to this, even though people are terrified of nuclear energy. I'm not sure why. I've got a nuclear power plant within a couple of miles of me that supplies Duke Energy, which is in my area. So you're going to investigate this to see if it's a clean type of energy, to see if it is safe, see the benefits and negatives of nuclear energy. Genetic engineering, this is more about people. So we can genetically engineer all types of organisms, from bacteria all the way up to people. What is genetic engineering? It's changing the genes in an organism for a particular purpose. That's all it is. We know a lot about DNA. We know a lot about how to manipulate DNA now. and even more in the last few years with the CRISPR-Cas9 system. It's a specific way of editing DNA where you can really specifically target an area of DNA that you're interested in. So genetic engineering, is this possible? Is this something that we should be doing, especially in people? So you think, what are the applications of this in human beings? Maybe getting rid of disease genes? There are also some ethical questions that come along with this. Should we be doing this? Has it ever been done? Here's a hint for you. Yes, it has been done, though there were significant repercussions against the Chinese scientist who did this. So anyway, you will be examining that topic. Ocean acidification, which is a part of climate change, and greenhouse gases that are being produced by the burning of all the fossil fuels that we consume across the globe. And one effect of this is that the ocean is becoming more acidic. The pH of the ocean water is changing, and this is affecting the life in the ocean. So you will be taking a look at that. And also biodiversity conservation. Why is it important to have biodiversity? So biodiversity is a diverse number and types of species in a particular ecosystem. This keeps ecosystems healthy. If you only have a few organisms in an ecosystem, it is not a healthy ecosystem because there's an interrelatedness of all the species and the number of individuals in a species in an ecosystem. So it's important to conserve this, especially in really, really important ecosystems like the Amazon rainforest. So you would be looking at this particular topic. If you don't like any of these and you have come up with your own, run it by me. I have to approve them. If you come up with a different topic that you want to examine, and maybe I'll ask you to modify it. Maybe I'll say, that's not exactly a topic for the natural sciences. So we'll see. Let me know. We'll discuss it. There's always a way to get in touch with me. Email. I'll be talking about this on my last slide, but please email me if you got any questions, have any issues or concerns. Okay? Also, this first week you have discussion board postings. So there is a discussion board where you post information and everybody can read this. Your initial post is due by Thursday night before midnight in order for you to get all of the points for this if you've done all the work also. You're going to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what your degree is. Tell us what you hope to learn from this class. Tell us anything that you want to about you. Who's your family? Do you have any pets? Do you have any hobbies? 1 to 2 paragraphs would be awesome for this. This is not one sentence. These discussion board postings are never one sentence. So 1 or 2 paragraphs is sufficient for this. Tell us about you because we want to get to know each other in the course. And this is the way that you start doing this. Also, you're going to answer these questions. What field of natural science interests you most? And of course, for me, what I already put in the discussion board is biology. But of course, I'm interested in other sciences too. Why are you interested in this particular field of natural science? So what you'll need to do is read through that web text first so that you know what the different fields are in natural science and which one might interest you the most. And is this field in any way related to the topic that you have chosen? A lot of the time it won't. If you choose astronomy, not a single one of those that I just mentioned have to do with astronomy. So just so you know that. So take a look at the textbook and at the questions that you need to answer in the discussion board. Then every week that you have discussion board postings due, you have an initial post due by Thursday night, and then you have 2 response posts that are due by Sunday night. And what are response posts? Response posts are responses to 2 of your classmates. These must be substantive. If you just say, wow, you did a great job, That was real interesting. Good work this week. That's not enough. Substantive. It needs to have substance to it. And we give you some prompts. We want you to answer some questions about what you've read with your classmates' posts. So what do you have in common? What do you have in common with each of your two classmates? And do you agree or disagree with them about their natural science that they've chosen, about the topic that they've chosen, whatever it is? You'll see this again in other weeks. Do you agree or disagree with them, and why? Always be respectful, of course, and be substantive. Give us some information. So you're going to include at least one nice paragraph or one or two paragraphs. That would be great for response posts. And so I've also got some hints for Science 200. Some hints that will help you through this whole term. Watch my videos in the announcements every single week. I will have announcements that pop up Sunday night, Monday morning, one or the other. I will have videos every single week in the announcements that will explain information to you, that will help you with the science that's going on in a particular week. And I'll be giving you hints and tips about how to complete your assignments. Deadlines are really important in this course. Thursdays and Sundays are your two deadlines. The only thing that you have due on Thursday nights, by Thursday nights, is the initial discussion board post, if you have that in a week. We don't have discussion board postings due every single week. You will this first week. Everything else is due by Sunday night. Follow the guidelines and rubrics for each assignment. Guidelines are instructions. The rubric is how it will be graded, whatever this thing is that you're turning in. So look at those so that you know what the format is supposed to be, what are the questions that you have to answer, how it is going to be graded. That's terribly important. Then after that, after your week is finished and I do the grading, read the feedback that I give you. Read the feedback. This is important so that you can improve, especially on your term-long project, because you're going to have to put this all together in a presentation and make speaker's notes to go with it. So you're going to have to modify and adjust according to the feedback that I give you. Label everything that you turn in. Label everything with your name. Label everything with the course, Science 200. It's great to put my name on there too. It's great to put the date and what exactly the assignment is. This also goes for your file names, because I get some crazy file names sometimes. I'm just saying, so label your file name so that you know what the file is. And also, when in doubt, when in trouble, when you have questions, whatever the issue is, please, 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 please contact me. Email me, m.sigmon@snhu.edu. I'm here for you. I check my email messages all the time. I always respond within 24 hours. If you send it in the middle of the night, you're going to have to wait till I wake up, and then I will respond to you. But I'll get back to you as quickly as I possibly can to help you out. Also, I have office hours, online office hours, where you can come in and speak to me personally. This is through WebEx that's produced by Cisco. It's like a Zoom meeting, you know. But I have that every Sunday evening from 6 to 7 my time, Eastern time, so you can calculate according to where you live. I have that every week for about an hour. I think it's really 50 minutes, and you can stop in and ask me questions if you want to. Just stop by and say hello if you want to. So I have that every week, almost every week. There's probably 1 week where I won't do that because I'm going to the beach in a few weeks. But I'll let you know. And I'll remind you every week that I have office hours coming up. So stop by and give me a shout if you want to. Just stop by and say hello. Introduce yourselves. But ask me questions too. That's what that's for. And email me if you have anything that has come up in the term, including questions, because if you don't understand something, that is perfectly okay. There's not going to be a way that we can describe everything to you that's going to make sense to you. So please, please, please just let me know. I'm here to help you. With that being said, I hope that you have a wonderful first week, and let me know if you need anything.